over this crest, he will cross the line and will win the championship.
Hello race fans, and welcome here to the V8 Supercar Americas Series presented by V8 Online. I'm JD Smith, Kane Craft with me tonight, and it is a very special night indeed as we head to Mount Panorama and head off to one of our favorite venues ever. This place is so magical, and I can't wait to see just how this season's rendition of Bathurst is going to be. But before we do, let's give a great thanks to our sponsors. We do want to let you know that tonight's broadcast is brought to you from V8 Supercar Fan Group, Direct Clutch Services, and our very own V8's Online Superstore. What a great day it is. Kane, welcome to the show, buddy. I'm so excited about just this point in the season, whether this was an exhibition race or a season race or a season-ending race. It really doesn't matter, does it? It's just kind of a certain atmosphere and a certain feeling you get just at this race. The amount of difficulty involved with this track, the history of this track, and just the sheer enjoyment of this race. It never gets old, does it, buddy?
No, Mount Panorama brings something special to the series and to the broadcast. It's every driver has something special that they remember, memory as a kid, or some of the drivers have actually even been there. So Mount Panorama is just something special for all the drivers. It's a tough track. You really have to drive the track as well as race the competitors around you. It's a very difficult track on top of everything else, and it's just it's very special because of the difficulty level, because of everybody's memories that they have with the track, and just there's something special for everybody here at Mount Panorama.
Well, for those of you or those out there not too familiar, there's a little bit of information about the track. It is known as Mount Panorama, of course, in Bathurst, New South Wales, Australia. A little bit about this track: it is only a track when it is race time. Other than that, it is actually real roads out there. So I guess you could consider it a road circuit, and it's 4 miles, and it is actually 6.2 kilometers, and it is 23 total turns. Only one configuration is run here that I'm aware of, and the pit road speed is going to be 37 miles per hour, 60 kilometers per hour. Guys, big race tonight. We have 23 turns, and one thing we're going to have to keep an eye out tonight, with 31 laps in our race that's scheduled for tonight, is going to be the pit stop and pit strategy. We should see guys starting to open up. The fuel window should open right at around lap 14 tonight, and maybe close out. We may have some late pitters coming in around lap 17. I wouldn't think we'd see guys that try to push it any further than that. You got to remember, tonight's track, 4 miles. You do not want to get caught out here low fuel going up this mountain. It is a bad place. If you start to run out, there's no way you can kind of coast back to pit road unless you're already down Conrad Straight, and then maybe you have a chance. But other than that, it's going to be an interesting night tonight. We talk a little bit about Bathurst this season. In preparation for it, we look back at last year because history tends to repeat itself, not every single year, but just taking a little glimpse back and a little review of last season. We came here to Bathurst, had a wonderful race. It was complete domination up at the front, though, from Madison down. He came in, set on the pole, and literally ran away with the race. But behind him, we had a fantastic show between two drivers in Chad Chastain and Curtis Chipaway. It literally went all the way down to the final lap and side-by-side racing over 100 miles per hour going into a turn, and contact was made, and off the track Kurt went, and also Chad had some damage. Chad Chastain seceded his position and let Curtis get second place. It was absolutely fantastic. Other drivers notable for their top 5 finish. Fourth place ended up being the 2-time America's champ Marlon McMullen, and then rounding out our top 5 last time here was Michael Fulcher. Fantastic driving all throughout the field, though, guys. Lots of action. And as always, you can catch all of our broadcasts on YouTube. Just go search V8's Online, and you can watch last year's Mount Panorama race as well as this one. If you're watching live, we thank you tonight, and we got a big race ahead of us, guys. Can't wait. We have a lot of guys that are signed up for this race. You never know how big the field's going to be or even how many splits there's going to be when you come into Mount Panorama. Things just explode. Everybody knows that this is the race everybody wants to participate in. So every now and again, you'll get guys that maybe don't participate in the Americas are going to be in this race tonight. So maybe some new names. We may see some higher numbers of participation than normal. Looks like there's already 57 total drivers just trying to get in tonight's event. We'll see just how much that grows in the next minute or two before the drivers start heading out to warm-ups. Kane, a big thing to look out for tonight is big names. Will we see the return of drivers like Madison Down and, just your big name drivers that are going to come over here to the Americas and maybe try to show out at Mount Panorama, maybe even get a little practice in for the Premier Series later on down the road. It's going to be very interesting to see just kind of how things line up tonight, but I do expect that we have just a phenomenal race out there. One thing we do want to mention, this could be our very last America's race in our current gen car. So that brings a little bit of special thing as well. We've been talking about that all throughout the season for those that have stayed up with us here at V8's Online and watched our America's series. We have talked many, many times about this about this current gen car and how this may be the end of it. And if that's the case, it looks like this may be the last time, at least for a season or two, that we'll be in the Ford Falcon. So all our diehard Ford fans really want to do well while in this car. So this is a big race tonight, especially for Ford fans, just to try to get that last little push in the car they love. So we're going to see how things come out here. We'll be heading over to the track real soon. It is right now exactly 10:15 Eastern time in the U.S., and as you know, that is sign-up time and time to head out for warm-up. So we'll be bringing live pictures to you guys very soon, and just very excited because once we get in, we'll know how the starting field is going to be tonight. And it's a very, very important qualifying session. And unfortunately, we don't get that here in the Americas, up until right before race time. But it kind of brings a level of excitement, I think, Kane. I kind of have enjoyed just almost being surprised by qualifying as soon as we get there. It kind of makes it fun.
Yeah, it does. We can't see the qualifying results until we get in there and take a look. So we could look them up beforehand, but I can't bring them up on the screen. So we kind of use the surprise factor to see where everybody's going to be starting, and that's really going to be a big surprise here at Mount Panorama.
Which makes it fun because just like you guys viewing at home, and we're just as surprised as you guys. So as soon as we find out, we let you know. So it's kind of like Christmas morning, knowing who's going to start where, who's going to be in what split, and whatnot, and so forth and on. And there's some drivers I talked to just before the race. Looks like we saw Mike Budsey in preparation. I talked to him for a moment, then I talked a little bit there, Kane, very briefly, to Graham Filand, or as we know him, Bones. Fantastic driver, and I do want to thank Bones very much. For those that may not have saw, he did a wonderful job on Short Shift this past week. The episode had come out, and just really a phenomenal interview with Bones. He did a wonderful job representing himself as well as us here in the Americas series. If you haven't had a chance to go over and check that out, make sure you just go to YouTube, search V8's Online, and you'll see Short Shift episode 6, I believe it is. It's the newest one available, and you really need to watch it. It is absolutely wonderful. And big shout out to Bones. And I know he's really excited about the race tonight, hoping that he has a big night. Also, Jim Davey may be coming to talk with us a little later. I don't know for sure. I know that he's really excited about the race tonight as well. All right, guys, looks like 19 cars in the field tonight. And as soon as I get loaded up here, I'll know how they start. I'm excited. And like we said a minute ago, this race really is it's just such a special event, and where we're at in our season too. Last season we raced here and right at the halfway point, and this season iRacing has placed this a little later in the season, so a lot of season implications tonight too as well. We had a wonderful performance last week at Orem Park from Bo Kibis, who won the race, and he has just been on point as of late. He is, as I would have to say, the most definitely on fire racer here in the Americas series. He has definitely been the driver to watch. But another driver that I really want to watch tonight is Chad Chastain. He did very well last time we came here, and he's had some a bad run of luck as of late. He looked absolutely stunning at Orland Park and just slipped up off the win. He finished, in the top 5, but on the last lap, he literally led all the way to. If you hadn't had a chance to watch that, go back and review that later after this race. But just I think tonight could be a huge night for him. He gained a lot of confidence back at Orland Park. Really rough races this season, and I think we're seeing the rise of Chad Chastain again. I think that it's a great thing. Also, I want you to look. Remember, we talked battling with him all race last season was Curtis Chipaway. Obviously, he'll be back. His presence has definitely been felt in this series. He's done a stunning job as well. You can never count out Marlon McMullen as well, and look for some of the KRT guys maybe to sneak up in here, like a Michael Fulcher. Be interesting to see if he can get up in there and make some noise. So we'll be starting here in just a second, and I'm still almost loaded up. So as soon as I am, we'll have everything running.
I'll go ahead and run through the starting grid then, since I've got it up and ready. We've got Chad Chastain starting on the pole tonight. Great qualifying time there by Chad. Bo Cubis will be starting off in second place with Martin Carroll in third. Marty Carroll's another one to watch tonight. He's really got a good feel for this track this week. Tony Autridge in fourth. Mark Anderson will be starting in fifth. Curtis Chipaway in sixth. Marlon McMullen, another car to watch. He's really came a long way the last couple weeks. He'll be starting in seventh. Nigel Baines in eighth. Mike Fulcher. Michael Cracknell will be rolling off in 10th. 11th, we see Sanjin Delalik. Sam Collins in 12th. Aaron Hamilton in 13th. Richard Alwood in 14th.
Good luck, everybody. Have fun out there.
Greg Sharp in 15th. Graham Filan in 16th. Bruce Joy in 17th. In 18th. And Michael Tater will be rolling off in 19th.
Michael Tater, that's a name right there. I'm liking it. He's starting 19th tonight. We'll keep an eye on him. A new name, not used to seeing that one up in the top split here. And we'll be getting things started. The cars are starting to grid up right now, so very, very excited on the race here as the guys get ready to get this thing started. And I tell you what, Kane, very, very, very important start as they come off the grid, head off into turn 1, also corner, and then head up Mountain Straight. This is always a very, very exciting scene just to watch. Even at the start of the race, all these cars battling for position. A lot can be gained and, yes, lost as well on the starts of these races. Cannot wait for what we're about to see.
Green flag flies, and these guys are off 3 wide there at the start. Now they pulled it back in. It looks like a pretty safe start here for these guys.
Yeah, long ways to go. Don't want to get into any trouble early. And that is exactly what we see so far. It is an exciting scene. Chad Chastain up in the front at the moment. A train of cars behind him. Following closely in second is Bo Cubis. And then side by side between Tony Autridge and Marty Carroll. Marty Carroll on the inside will make the pass and get back into third place. Didn't want to lose that third place spot to Tony Autridge. And he does a wonderful job of reclaiming his position there.
Sam Collins sneaks past a couple drivers there on the inside and gains a couple position up into 12th.
Yeah, Mark Anderson doing good right now as well. He's starting to try to move his way up. He's following right behind Tony Autridge there, so we'll keep an eye on these guys as they are getting settled in. Man, fantastic. Just unbelievable racing around this, how tight these cars are. And for those that are watching it maybe have never turned a lap around this track or anything like that, just try to imagine how difficult this track is. These guys, what they are doing out here is they make it look so easy, but in reality, this is unbelievably difficult.
Yeah, this is most certainly one of the hardest tracks on the circuit. So these guys really are going to have a tough time here tonight, just battling the track, because 31 laps here is
All right, officially now on lap number 2. And Chad Chastain is our leader. Back in second, Bo Kubis. Marty Carroll in third. Back in fourth, it's Curtis Chipaway, a driver who did fantastic here last time. And then Tony Ottridge. It's kind of like when you go to an oval standpoint, you know there's always going to be that big one somewhere. And as tight as these cars are, if one of these cars were to get turned sideways, it'd be the domino effect. And it's just, oh man, you don't want to say it because then it might happen. But man, it just always has to be there in the back of your mind.
You've got to hit your button. Okay, all the time.
Side by side through the cutting, and Marlon McMullen gets that pass done.
Can you hear me now?
Gotcha.
All right, we'll find out what the heck's going on there.
Yeah, that's better. Very good. Sorry for the technical difficulties, guys. Having a little bit of sound issues here, but it sounds like we got it all. Let's check up through the field since we've kind of been missing a little bit with the audio and stuff. We've still got Chad Chastain out in the lead. He's starting to pull away to a pretty good lead, over 2.5 seconds now ahead of second place Bo Kubis, with Marty Carroll doing and in third, with Curtis Chipaway also having a fantastic race up in fourth place.
I don't know what's going on every time. Can you hear me now?
Yep, gotcha.
Well, that's crazy. If I go into iRacing, you can't hear me.
Huh.
Can you hear me now?
Gotcha.
All right. Well, if I cut out, let me know, and we'll try to fix it again.
All right.
We'll find. But anyways, I was just saying. Right now, kind of I was saying, just kind of a driver to keep your eye on is any of these guys up front. You want to keep an eye on how their just initial pace is, because remember, around lap 14, when we have our pit stops coming up, these guys are going to be very, 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 very important and crucial pit stops here. We've seen guys gain tons of time and also lose loads of time based on a pit stop here. That's kind of a difficult pit road, not too difficult, but definitely you don't want to make mistakes.
Marty Carroll's caught up to Bo Cubis here, now putting some serious pressure on the bumper of Bo Cubis for that second spot.
Yeah, definitely a good battle between Bo Cubis and Marty Carroll. Any second now, you just got a feeling that Marty would love to get up there and put in the pressure on Bo Cubis, who is right here, right through the dipper. Good job following in. And we also have another driver right on the tail of Marty Carroll. That's Curtis Chipaway. And this is just a good three-car battle for second place right now. Definitely what we want to see at this point in the race. We're on lap 4 of 31. A lot of racing here to go left on the mountain.
I tell you what, these guys had a race here last night, and it was a fantastic race, but as you know very well, JD, from watching these races here at the mountain, these guys battle the tracks that last night out of 24 cars, only 12 cars was able to finish on the lead lap.
Wow.
So, although this race is very intense and close here at the start of this race, by the end, it could be a whole different story, as we're going to see cars have some troubles as this thing goes on.
Wow, very good point, Kane. That's pretty huge right there. Boy, right now I'm trying to watch Marlon McMullen. Driver is not a stranger to here. He's off the pace for a little bit of gap in between between him and Tony Attridge, and he really needs to try to get up there with Tony. And if he can do that, he can start to put himself in the picture here, trying to catch up into that top 5 group. That top 5 group starting to run away, making a little second pack here. While all that's going on, Kane, Chad Chastain, can't say it enough. Big start for him. Started on the pole, and he has looked unstoppable ever since, running fantastic lap times, and just looks smooth and confident right now. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, Chad has had a great couple of races. The last couple of races, just he gets out front and just smooth the whole way, just perfect. It sounded like he made a little bit of contact there with the wall on the inside there, but don't look like he took any damage from it.
Yeah, I'm looking all around the car right now, and I don't see any major damage at all, really any minor damage. So, oh, I guess there's a tiny dent there. Maybe. Not enough to hurt him, I don't think.
Bo Cubis has managed to gain a little bit of space between he and Marty. That's going to allow him to at least catch a few breaths. But Marty's still got some pretty good pressure there from Curtis Chipaway.
You know, Kane, you talked about cars staying on the lead lap, and one of those is already in trouble, already on lap number 5. That's actually going to be Chris Coxhead, who's actually coming around the final turn here at Bathurst, and he's got our leader Chad Chastain, who he's making his way just to start at the across the start-finish line, and he's in danger. He'll probably go down this lap.
Yeah, the nature of this track is you get going so fast down the mountain, and with the S curves, and then you got to go through the dipper and stuff. It is so easy to get going just a little too fast there and end up clipping a wall or something, and that's what we usually see with even the best of the best. Will come through there, hit a curb just wrong, and end up sideways, especially right up at the top of the mountain. I've seen so many great drivers lose the car right there at the top of the mountain, and it's we'll see that a lot probably here tonight, especially once the drivers start to get a little fatigued.
Yeah. All right, sweet. Yeah, Martin Carroll and Curtis Chipaway are looking really good right now. They're staying on about the same pace as one another. Both of them looking ahead to second place driver Bo Cubis in the number 4 machine tonight. And these two, I'd imagine, are fixing to I don't know if Kurt will try anything just yet, but he's definitely in position to try to make a move there on the 6 car of Martin Carroll. Heading down Conrad Straight right now, lots of speed, and he's going to try to use that draft up as they head down the mountain here, over through this, underneath this sign. Big chance right up here. You got to be careful. You can little too hard and end up in the green stuff, and once you do that, we know what happens. You lose all control. And good job by Marty there. Got a little bit of, I like to see that.
You know, I think Curtis is taking it nice and easy. He's not being overly aggressive. He knows he's on lap 6 of 31. I think his goal right now is just to stay with Marty and make sure that these guys don't get too far away from him.
That's actually probably a good assessment there. I think you're absolutely right on that. He looks very good right now, just staying calm, cool, and collective. Looking back there with Mark Anderson and Nigel Baines, Kane, that's starting to become a bit of a nice race as well. Mark Anderson in the 7th place at the moment, and Nigel Baines obviously right there in 8th. Good battle between him. He's sandwiched in between 2 KRT cars because he's got Mark Anderson in front of him, and right behind him it's Michael Fulcher. So definitely a tough spot to be in if you're Nigel Baines, but he's handling himself very well, Kane.
Oh yeah, Nigel's definitely got great skill here at the track. Had a great race yesterday. Unfortunately, he is one of the drivers that toward the end of the race got caught sideways at the top of the mountain. Didn't hit a wall or anything though, was able to get the car straightened back around and managed to have a great finish yesterday.
That's awesome stuff, man. Glad to see that. And he's just had, I know he hasn't had quite as much time as he'd like to this year as far as preparation and practice times and stuff like that, but he still has it, man. This guy has got a natural talent.
Another talented driver, Shanton Delalic, back in the 13th position, really racing hard with Sam Collins, who's another fantastic driver. These guys back in the 13th and 12th position, having a great race.
Man, I don't know what's going on, buddy. Give me a second. I'm going to try something and see if I can fix it. I've already changed it to 3 different ones. Yeah.
Nigel Baines getting pretty racy there on the back of Mark Anderson. Less than half a second now between Nigel and Mark. So should see the battle really get intense here as Mark's catching up to Marlin and Nigel's still right there, right on the bumper of Mark Anderson.
All right, hopefully the issues are over. We'll find out real soon.
You are back.
Good deal. All right, hopefully I'm back for good this time.
Checking back up at the front, Chad Chastain now a 6-second lead over second place Bo Cubis. Marty Carroll still right on the bumper of Bo, giving Bo a run for his money. Curtis Chipway still staying right there with Marty though. These guys are having a great race, but the things that's changed is Tony Ottridge is now caught right up to the bumper of Curtis Chipway, and we have got a four-way battle for the second position.
Just because you started talking there, can you hear me now?
I gotcha.
All right, sorry for keep saying that over and over, but it's crazy, man. I'll just be talking and nobody can hear me. I was doing a rundown. I'll just do that again. Of course, Chad Chastain out in the lead. Bo Cubis back in second. And Marty Carroll very close in third. Curtis Chipaway is in fourth. And Tony Ottridge may be making a move here shortly, trying to get out of that fifth spot up into fourth. Back in sixth, it is Marlon McMullen. In sixth, seventh, Mark Anderson. Nigel Baines is in eighth. Ninth place belongs to Michael Fulcher. And Michael Cracknell is in 10th. As we go back to 11th place, it's Sam Collins and Sanjay Delilac back in 12th. Aaron Hamilton is in the pits, Kane, and he is in 13th position at the moment. That'll change. All right, in 14th, it's Richard Elward, Graham Filan in 15th, Bruce Joy 16th, Greg Sharp 17th, Chris Coxhead 18th, and Michael Tater. Unfortunately, looks like his day may be done. He's still on the track, but 4 laps down.
Yeah, he's continued on. He must have had an accident there early on, but he's got his repairs done and is back out on the track. And that is the beauty with this track, is you can have an accident and end up back on the track and gain positions.
Man, fantastic job. I'm amazed at these top 5 drivers and the way that they've been driving. Tony Ottridge trying to get back up there with Curtis. He fell off a little bit, about a 2-car length gap in between the 2 cars, maybe a little more now. And he's trying to catch the 5-car of Curtis Chipaway. And if he can, that's going to be fun. He's right there at him. We'll have a 4-car battle for second place ultimately. There is a battle with Marlon McMullen right now starting to happen as Mark Anderson is in the picture, guys. So Mark Anderson would love to get up and jump into this top 5. I told you we could see some KRT boys do some magic. Now there's a battle back here with Nigel Baines and Michael Fulcher. These two are starting to close in on one another as well. So I know that everybody right now doesn't want to get too racy just yet. At least make it to the pit stop before they get too racy here. But things starting to heat up around the track. You just kind of get the sense people are like, hey, we got to start moving.
Yeah, we've seen it before where someone has ended up in between these 2 drivers, and that's a lot of pressure to be stuck in right in the middle of 2 KRT drivers. But if anybody can handle that pressure, I think Nigel is probably one of the best drivers for it. He is very ice cold when it comes to that pressure thing. You just don't let that kind of pressure get to him.
And amazing watching these guys come down the mountain. Unbelievable driving from all 4, Bo Cubis, Martin Carroll, Curtis Chipaway, and Tony Ottridge. 4 cars in a row here, all 4 driving fantastically here on lap 10. And we've already seen a car in the pit, but I don't know if that was a scheduled pit, Kane. I think that he went in a little bit early. I think that's Aaron Hamilton had some damage he had to get repaired. Not 100% sure on that, but that's definitely what it seems like, because apparently you have to, 14 is kind of the fuel marker that opens, because it's hard to make it on fuel if you pit before then. Wow, quite a run here at Bathurst, and so many exciting possibilities in the future with this track and the statements of the Yeah, side-by-side action. I hope you can hear me because it's awesome racing with Nigel Baines on the inside trying to make a move, and that move is going to pay off. Good move by Nigel Baines there to get ahead of Michael Fulcher. And then look at him. He's got a good thing going. Now the KRT boys are right there in front of one another. It's Mark Anderson and his teammate ahead of him, Michael Fulcher. So Mark Anderson there dropped 2 spots as Nigel Baines moves up to 7th place. Good job from him. The next car in front of him, Marlon McMullen. Look for Nigel to try to close that gap in between him and Marlon. He's actually not that far back right now.
No, he's not. He's, let's see, 1.2 seconds back. And here at Bathurst, with all these turns, that much time can be made up pretty easily.
Yeah, quicker than you think. This track, there's just so many areas that things can go wrong and time can be lost so easily on this track. And with it being 4 miles every lap, there's a lot of room for error, guys. So a lot of time can be made up very quickly. It's actually amazing that the races here are as close as they are. You would think that they'd be so spread out. But the talent in the Americas has gotten so good that these races literally can come down to the wire, like we saw last year with the battle for second. Or last season, I should say. How about Martin Carroll moved up into the 2nd position, and Bo Cubis back in 3rd. So definitely good job there from Marty. I don't know exactly what happened. I'm going to have to try to retrace the steps here and find out just that spot from Bo Cubis.
Do want to take a minute to check in on the 2nd split. Got in-car footage from Ryan Shelton, who's running in the 2nd split. Unfortunately, I can't see what position he's in. Looks like he's running in 11th, actually. We've got, I can only see what he's got up in his relatives, but we've got Phil Jones in the 8th position, Martin Weir in 9th, Rory Windram in 10th, Ryan Shelton's running in 11th tonight, Katie Rose Torrento's in 12th, and John Misfit's 13th, with Jay Kennedy running in 14th.
Fantastic. Good to see Jay out there on the track. And Kane, just a little update on the Bo Cubis Martin Carroll pass. Marty actually passed Bo. Wasn't a slip up from Bo. It just actually was a good pass from Marty Carroll on the way up the mountain. And it was just such a good run from Marty that Tony Ottridge tried to follow. And Bo Cubis and Tony Ottridge went side by side for about 2 turns. And Bogue was able to at least secure 3rd spot for now. So what a good race going on between these guys. And right now, Marty running away with it. And then Bo Cubis got a little gap over Tony Ottridge and Curtis Chipaway. Fun racing going on here in the top 5.
Yeah, Curtis definitely not.
Okay, Nigel Baines gets a bump there from the rear of Michael Fulcher. Sorry to cut you off. We're going to get racy here between Nigel Baines. The battle for 7th is on. Just a nice little bump there given from Michael Fulcher just to say, hey, Nigel, just letting you know I'm here, pal. Sorry to cut you off there, buddy, but I didn't know if somebody was going to get turned sideways. We're going to go side by side now. Can Fulch make it happen on the outside? Nigel Baines on the inside as they hit into Hell Corner on lap 13. Nigel Baines makes a beautiful run on the inside. Fulcher going to try to get the momentum boost as they head up Mountain Straight. Is he going to be able to get the job done? I think he might, Ken. He's going to have that inside line when they get over here to turn 2. It's going to come down to the wire here. Nigel Baines, good run, but it's going to go to Fast Fulch as Michael Fulcher will make the pass on Nigel Baines on lap number 13. He regains 7th place from Nigel Baines, and now Nigel may be in danger of falling to his teammate Mark Anderson. Oh, here comes another driver as well. Michael Cracknell in the picture as well, as he's right behind Mark. And we got a good 4-way battle back here, King.
Yeah, it's we've got 2 packs. That front pack of 4 cars or so that is having a heck of a race. And we've got this pack back here, 4 cars, that is the same, just having one heck of a race.
And now is that time in the race, guys, where we have to keep our eyes peeled on pit road. It is that pit window will open up as the cars come across 14, as our leader Chad Chastain is just about to do, if he hasn't done so already. He's so far out there, he's actually on his way down the mountain at this time and coming around his final turns on the lap. And now is the time to watch pit road to see if anybody decides to go ahead and get that first pit here in the window. And it doesn't look like Chad Chastain's going to go just yet. And second place, Marty Carroll, going to look to avoid, or that's Aaron Hamilton, excuse me. Marty Carroll not going to go. Neither Bo Cubis, Tony Ottridge, all your leaders staying out of pit road just yet. As they say, it's just a little too early to head down. I won't be surprised if somebody pokes their head in there. Maybe somebody that's got a little damage poked in there on 13. Looks like maybe we're going to see it next time around. So we'll keep our eyes peeled as the guys come around on lap 14. The window is officially open. So guys over the wall there, or that's an oval term, but the guys in pit road getting ready for these guys to come and get 4 fresh tires and topped off with fuel. As Kane said just a little bit earlier, you have to almost run 2 full tanks here just to get the job done. And Mark a little loose in the same spot where he passed Bo Cubis just 2 laps prior. And good close race between Bo and Tony Ottridge at the moment.
We got Michael Cracknell just got around Mark Anderson and took over that 9th position. Great pass by Michael Cracknell going up the mountain.
Fantastic job there by Michael Cracknell. Started in the 10th position, now made his spot up, moved up 1 spot into 9th. Fantastic driving from him. Tony Ottridge would love to make his way around Bo Cubis. A lot more on this other than just the race today. The point standings has been all season long between Bo Cubis and Tony Ottridge. So a lot riding on this race as well, Kane, between these 2 drivers. Right now there's more than just a battle for a podium spot as both cars battle for 3rd. All right, our leader Chad Chastain should be getting ready to head down to pit entrance would be. We'll see if he decides to head down pit road now or wait, as he has a beautiful 7-second lead over 2nd place driver Marty Carroll. And it looks like he's going to come down pit road, guys. So here comes, oh man, a little bit of a cut there. I wonder if he'll get a penalty. I doubt it. I think it was just such a minor one. Here he is though, Chad Chastain, very important. He gets in the box with no troubles, as here comes the Sim Pit Racing Ford Falcon and the Dyno Jerky on the hood. I love it, man. Here he comes into pit stall number 1, as that's his privilege from getting pole position today. He's in the box right now, everything looking good. Also, a 2nd place driver, Marty Carroll, comes in, followed by Bo Cubis, and of course, Tony Ottridge as well. Pit road is jam-packed, boys. Also down pit road, we have Nigel Baines, Michael Fulcher, Mark Anderson, Mike Cracknell, Sanjin Delilac, and all. The whole bunch is in pit road at the moment. A lot of guys coming in on schedule right here on 14th. There is your leader heading off, Chad Chastain. A nice stop for him. And now here comes the KRT machine of Sam Collins. This is a long stop, Kane, for these guys, as it takes a while for 4 fresh tires and a full tank of fuel. Now we look at how they came out. Remember when they went in, Marty Carroll had a nice little lead over Bo Cubis. They come out almost together, Kane. So good battle between these 2 may resume. And Tony Ottridge off of this battle, just a hair, not much. He's actually going to get some lap traffic in between the 2 cars. That may be difficult and cause problems for Tony Ottridge. Now he'll make his way around the lap traffic and try to catch back up with the front 2.
Curtis Chipway was the driver that stayed out as everybody else pitted, so he'll have a lap without no drivers in front of him, so he'll have a good clean lap. We'll have to see if he'll be able to make any headway with his pit stop and maybe sneak out of position.
Yeah, Kane, with traffic, his last lap was 2:09.235. Now we'll see if he ducks down into pit road or decides to lead a lap or 2 Remember, the longer he stays out now, as long as he's keeping good pace, the fresher tires he'll have late in the race when it really matters. Yeah, he's not going to come in. He is going to lead this lap, and it's going to be interesting to see just how fast this lap is run. He is a little bit loose coming out of the final turn here. That's Murray's corner. He went 209.9, so a little bit slower, about 0.6 slower without traffic, and that makes you wonder if that little bit of
Marlin's off the track.
Big trouble from from Marlon McMullen as he comes off the track. A beautiful save, though. We might need to get a replay on that as he comes off and see if he makes contact with the wall. He just went into turn one a little too hot and heavy. The back end gets loose. Those tires are a little worn, and does a phenomenal job. Beautiful job. He'll lose a little bit of time, but that could save his day. Fantastic replay right there, man. Boy, he just looks really loose. I'm just watching Marlon, and he almost collects the wall again. Really, really loose race car. He has got to get that thing down pit road this lap. Curtis Chipaway is out in the lead right now, and he's coming over the top of the mountain as he starts the descent down the mountainside. Really good right now for the number 5 car. He's coming around right through the dipper, and a little bit loose, not too bad considering the tires have a lot of wear on them. And you got to think he's got to be thinking pit road this time. I would be kind of surprised if he did stay out, but then again, nothing surprises me anymore, man. These guys, they know what they're doing.
Bo Q is under some serious pressure now from Tony Attridge.
Yeah, let's check in on that and find out what's going on. Tony Attridge really putting on the heat on Bo. And this is, as they come down the mountain, big opportunity as they get ready to head over, down through the dipper, through Forest Elbow next, and then down Conrad Straight. Big opportunity for a pass there from Tony Attridge, but actually not in the spot he quite wanted to. Maybe if he can catch a good draft down Conrad, he may have a shot at it. But back out, let's check and see if Kurt Chipaway decides to head down pit road. He does, followed by McMullen. Big stops right now for both of these drivers. And Marlon McMullen, good job coming down pit road. He almost passes Curtis Chipaway there as he got side by side with him as they head into the stalls, very close stalls too. And I thought one of them overrode their pit stall, but apparently they were just all right because I didn't see them back up. That was actually Chipaway, Curtis, who almost ran his stall. And those cars are getting freshened up. So that will put Chad Chastain back out in the lead. It should, anyhow. Definitely will.
Tell you what, Nigel Baines and Michael Fulcher still having a great battle. Nigel's really giving Fulcher a lot of pressure there. And then, of course, SDC teammate Michael Cracknell right behind Nigel Baines. And, yeah, that's a great battle here for the 5th, 6th, and 7th positions.
Fantastic watch, guys. You don't want to take your eyes off of these battles already. Lap 17. Oh, no. Don't want to see that. Michael Fulcher, a little blink there. Coming in and out. Don't want connection issues. There it goes again. Bad time for connection issues, especially at this track.
Curtis Chipaway is out of the pits now, and he finds himself back behind Michael Cracknell, back in the 8th position. So strategy didn't quite pay off for Curtis Chipaway as he lost several positions there and finds himself at the back of a very racy pack of cars.
Yeah, that definitely didn't work out. Oh, he hit the wall, Kane, on the way down the mountain. We'll see how bad the damage is on that right side of the car. And definitely, yeah, it's visible damage as he hit the wall. I don't think it's enough to really hurt him, but it is definitely enough. He may feel it. Mark Anderson right now side by side with Marlon McMullen as they head down Conrad Straight. Marlon McMullen tries to make a move but gets shut down. Wait a minute, here he comes on a second chance as they are side by side, and I think we're going to see Mark Anderson be able to make the pass. Wait a minute, we do a cross. Wow.
That was phenomenal.
What a move from the two-time champ, ladies and gentlemen, Marlon McMullen, with one of the passes of the year. Did I just see that? What a move as Marlon McMullen moves up into 9th place. Man, I got to talk about Nigel Baines for just a minute, Kane. He started in 8th place today and has worked his way up to 6th place, and he's really got his sights set on Michael Fulcher in a top 5 spot. He has worked his way up there, and he's not far behind, and I've got to think in the past of great battles that we've had between Michael Fulcher and Nigel Baines, and I'm excited about what we're about to see. Just absolutely excited.
Yeah, these two have definitely put on some awesome racing in the past, and they have so far here today as well. Still lots of racing to be had here tonight at Bathurst. This is a long race, and we're just over the halfway point.
It's just been an awesome race so far. We've had some close racing, and it's going to continue all the way to the end. The only big part that we've had early runaway has been our leader, Chad Chastain, and really I'm happy to see it because just of the luck that Chad has had this season with his off-track incidents and DNFs, and then you come back and look at last week at Oran Park where he led the entire race, Kane, and on the last lap, Bo Kubis with just an unbelievable pass, just beautiful driving, and takes the win away from him. And today, this is a race that just means so much to Chad. You, as a fan, you have to be enjoying seeing him do so well. If you heard that.
Yep, we got it. 11 seconds back to Marty Carroll, who is still having a heck of a race. He's got some pretty good pressure from Bo Kubis, who's 1 second back from him. Tony Attridge, just half a second back from Bo Kubis.
Yeah, there's a driver I'm really proud of as well. Marty Carroll, a guy that has had some serious downs in the past season or two, and he has started to turn back towards the Marty of old that we knew and loved. He's just such a great guy. Love to see him back on the upside, and he just looks like a just an unbeatable driver up here in second. If it wasn't his teammate Chad Chastain out in the lead right now, he's happy to see Chad doing so well. But man, he is just looking really good all day.
Another driver doing well is Michael Cracknell, another SDC driver, who's half a second behind Curtis Chipaway. So Curtis has got around Michael Cracknell, but Mike's been staying up there with these guys all day long.
Yeah, you got to give him credit too. He started in the 10th spot, Kane, and now he's up in 8th now. But big day for him, and awesome paint on the car as well. The traditional SDC colors, the black and teal, and it looks awesome.
Marlon McMullen right behind him has gained about a second on him in the last lap, so we should see Marlon getting up here to catch this group of cars, and once he does, we're going to see a pretty big battle here.
Yeah, Marlon on a run right now. He's got a new paint this week. Unfortunately, I can't see it, but just an awesome to see new paints. He ran one of my favorites last week in the old PureTech Marcus Ambrose paint.
This week he's in the Vodafone paint.
Oh, awesome. His is one of the few that I can't see this week. Him and Nigel Baines are the only two I think that haven't loaded. Oh, and not Bo, but Tony Attridge hasn't loaded either, so kind of weird.
As we seem to be in a little action, everybody's about at least a half second away from each other. Let's check back in with the second split and check on Ryan Shelton, see how he's doing, as Ryan is our connection to the second split tonight.
Yeah, Jim Davey off and not in the booth with us tonight, but he'll be back, I'm sure, next week.
We've got Dale Niche in 5th, Brenton O'Brien in 6th. Ryan Shelton's made his way up into 7th. Adam Harden's in 8th. Phil Jones 9th. John Misfit's in 10th. Ryan's going down Conrad straight right now, 180 mile an hour. He's got his pedals there so to see his footwork on the pedals. And back in our own split, chip away right on the bumper there, getting really racy.
Yeah, he is. He is really looking like he's running to get ahead of Nigel Baines there. That is a battle for 6th place as you guys look on. And Curtis Chipaway, a driver that definitely has the potential to make this pass and find his way in 6th. But Nigel Baines has his eyes set forward. Nigel wants to get up there with Michael Fulcher and get up in this top 5. You've got to look back at the start of this race today. Michael Fulcher, whoa! And Nigel gets a little wide through Murray's corner, and that's going to cause a little bit of trouble for him, as it looks like Michael Cracknell may come up beside him and make a pass side by side through Hell Corner. Now heading up Mountain Straight, Nigel does pull back ahead, but maybe a position gain for Cracknell.
Marlon McMullen up here, he's going to get around Cracknell, looks like. Or he's definitely trying.
Yeah, side by side, going up Mountain Straight, coming up here on the turn, and he will file in right behind Nigel Baines. So that'll put him in 8th place. Good job by Marlon McMullen not to lose another position there. Does a fine job getting back in where he needs to be. Check in on our leader, Chad Chastain, over 12 seconds in the lead now. And this guy is on a tear, just looking smooth and beautiful the whole way. Mistake-free driving up here in the front. Of course, when you have this kind of cushion, you could kind of relax a little bit. I don't want to make it kind of kick back and just not even worry about it. But at least he doesn't have that pressure of seeing those guys in the rearview mirror. He's literally all the way down Conrad Straight almost and can't see the cars yet. That's
I tell you what,
he
is not relaxing. His fastest lap, a 206.8, and his last lap, a 207.7. He is easy, even though he's got a 12.8 second cushion.
No, he's actually pushing, and it's got me wondering if that may be an issue later with his tires. But I think he knows what he's doing. I'm sure he's. History shows that Chad Chastain knows what he's doing at this track.
Yeah, and just watching him, you can tell that he's going fast, but he's really taking the turns nice and smooth. I think he's being real easy on his tires.
Good lap as well from Marty Carroll there. It's a little bit slower than our leader, but a 208.5. And he is looking good in 2nd place as he's got a few car links over his 3rd place driver, Bo Kibis. And then we go a couple more car links back to Tony Ottridge in 4th. Michael Fulcher is in 5th. Let's check and see how he's doing. Oh no, where did Nigel Baines go? Guys, he is back in 11th and actually off the track at the moment. Let me find out what happened to Nigel Baines, who had a phenomenal race going, and find out exactly what happened to the number 7 car. He had to go to pit road, and a big wreck back there for Nigel Baines going up the mountain. I'm trying to see exactly what happened because he had no immediate traffic on him at the time. I think he just lost it, or was there contact? No, he just lost it and nailed the wall, and somehow Michael Cracknell slid by without contact. Are you kidding me? Oh, and guys, that may be the end of the day for Nigel. He may have blown. No, his engine may be okay.
It did sound like Mark Anderson might have caught a little piece of the wall as he went around Nigel there, but Mark's still on the track doing well. Actually, no, Mark's found himself in the
big
pits as
trouble
well.
for Aaron Hamilton, who's back in 15th place as he gets off track and makes contact with the tire barrier. Good save though, as it could have hit his engine. He would at least turn the car. No, he just missed it by a hair. Good job to keep that thing out of the wall. Man, so lots of action going on around the track, guys. Still up in second place is Marty Carroll as he comes across the start lap 24 of 31, guys. Or excuse me, 23.
Yeah, this is the point in the race where these drivers are really getting fatigued. This is a tough track, and they've been on this track for a lot of laps now. So these guys are getting tired. Their concentration's starting to wane just a little bit. And this is where we're going to start seeing those little incidents that turn into such big incidents here at this track.
It really makes you wonder how they do the Bathurst 1000, the real life drivers, just how they do it. I know they have driver swap in the middle of the race or however their strategic plan may be, but still it takes two drivers to get the job done, and those guys are just phenomenal. These guys are unbelievable here, and we don't have a driver swap, but it's only 31 laps. Doesn't sound like much, but it is when you put it at 4 miles each lap.
Yeah, a long race here tonight. About an hour and a half of racing for these guys. I think maybe maybe it was an hour and 15, 20 minutes last night.
Yeah. Sounds about right. That's about what it was last year. Or I keep saying year, last season. Got a good battle on the track. It's starting to come into picture. It is between Michael Fulcher and Curtis Chipaway. These two going at it. Now this is the battle for 5th place, so you got you a battle for a top 5 spot. And behind him, it's Marlon McMullen in 7th. He's looking ahead, hoping maybe he can get up there and get his nose into this battle and maybe get ahead of somebody. And Michael Fulcher definitely sees Curtis in the rearview mirror, and he's doing everything in his power to keep that Kamikaze race team Ford Falcon ahead. Looks good at the moment. Good driving from Michael Fulcher. Speaking of Michael Fulcher, guys, started in 9th place today, so he's moved up to 5th. That's really impressive. And they will come across the start-finish line as they start lap 24. And how they do on the next lap here, see if Curtis can kind of close this little bit of a gap and make it a good battle on our hands. Oh, it's still a good battle as these guys come in just around Mountain Straight up into turn 3. And it's still Curtis Chipaway trying his best to get up there with Michael Fulcher. And he's in striking distance, believe it or not. A little slip from Fulcher, and he could go. Whoa, I thought he got loose coming out. Apparently he didn't. I swear these guys drive right on the edge of losing this car. I mean, they are pushing it right on the edge. Everything this car can handle, they're just right on the edge. If they push a hair harder, it's over.
Another driver they're going to have to worry about. A little tap there from Curtis up against the wall. Marlon McMullen behind them. About a second and a half. Marlon's kind of off pace the last lap, but if he gets it together, we could see him getting up here into this battle.
Man, I'm worried about Curtis, Kane. He's getting loose. After he tapped that wall, he got loose again. He doesn't seem to be losing any time, but the car does not look as stable as it did a minute ago. He can benefit from the draft coming down the fastest part of this track at 168 miles per hour right now. And now he's up over 180. Just unbelievable speed as he gets ready to try to make a move and use all of the aerodynamical draft he can off of the KRT machine in front of him. It doesn't seem to help enough, though, as Michael Fulcher stays out in 5th and stays ahead. Coming around Murray's corner now, getting ready to start lap 25 at 31 for these guys battling for 5th place. And let's check in and see how the top 5 looks as Chad Chastain out in the lead. If you're just joining us, he has been leading the entire way, and it's just been Chad Chastain day here at Mount Panorama. In 2nd place, it's Marty Carroll's show as he's in 2nd place, looking fantastic. And our point leader, Bo Cubis, is in 3rd. Tony Ottridge is back in the 4th position, and he's trying to get up there to battle with Bo. Good potential great battle on our hands there. Michael Fulcher rounds out the top 5, but he is a close competitor on his tail in Curtis Chipaway. And then the 2-time champ Marlon McMullen right there, back there in 7th. In 8th place, it is Michael Cracknell. Fantastic run from him today. In 9th, Sanjin Delilac. Haven't mentioned his name much today. He started in 11th, currently in 9th. And then back rounding out our top 10 in the Mad Cow machine, it is Richard Elward, and good for him. Look at Graham Filand on the lead lap, and he is in 11th place. A good run from Graham today. Bones looking good as he started in 16th, guys, all the way up to 11th. Great run from him. Bruce Joy in 12th as he's got a battle on his hand. He's battling Greg Sharp, and these guys may be a lap down, but they are battling their hearts out for 12th place.
Yeah, fantastic battle here for 12th place. These guys really having a battle. We see Greg go to the inside. He thought better of it, back down, and got back in line.
Yeah, not going to be able to make the move just yet, but he is staying right where he needs to be. Oh, here he comes down the inside through Murray's corner. Can he beat him to the start-finish line? No, but let's see who gets it through Hill Corner. Can Greg Sharp make the pass? He's going to have the inside advantage this time as they get ready to head down Mountain Straight out of Hill Corner. Good run by Greg Sharp. Fantastic as he gets ahead of Bruce Joy there. And that is going to move him up into 12th spot. Good run from Greg Sharp right there.
Bruce Joy's going to have the advantage of the draft coming down the straight here, going into the cutting.
Long way off, Kane. Sorry, buddy. Go ahead.
That's all right. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I know it's a long way off, but Marty's starting to slowly gain on Chad. Chad was at 2.8 last lap. Now it's 2.5.
That is true. Chad has finally decided to take it easy and relax his last lap at 209.01. So with a 12-second buffer, he's decided with just 6 laps to go that he should probably calm it down a bit. I say that just as he hits the wall. But if he hasn't decided that, maybe he should.
Yeah, definitely needs to just ride his race. He has to know how big his lead is. I mean, surely he knows.
He does.
And so he just kind of needs to take her easy.
Marty with a pretty good gap himself, over 3 seconds back to Tony Ottridge, who has something's happened to Bo Cubis. We've lost Bo because Tony's up. See if I can find out what happened.
Yeah, Bo off the track at the moment. I'm going to see if I can find out what happened to him as well. And he's in pit road, so let's see. He had to drive to pit road. Now let's find out where the incident occurred. Uh-oh. Nope, didn't happen there. I'm still looking, buddy.
Yeah, I'm pretty close now. I think I found it. Let's go back about 30 more seconds, and I'll bet we got this.
He just slowed down. He really just slowed down. Like, what happened?
Yeah. He hit the corner there, and that took him off the track. He did hit the wall.
Okay.
And he must have hit it harder than what it looked, because we've seen other drivers hit it there. But yeah, he must have hit it right on the steering. As let's take a look in his car and see if he's really having to fight that steering wheel. Yeah, he is. He's really having to fight that steering wheel just to go straight. So bad luck for Bo Cubis's some hard contact to the wall there, right on the front wheels. Caused some serious damage.
Yeah, Kane, this is a big news for Tony Attridge. That moves him up into 3rd place. And you look at the points this season, it's kind of been between those two for the championship this season. Now, I'm pretty sure, I don't know exactly what the points are going into today, but if let's say Bo finishes around 10th place, you know, and it ends like it does. It's a big day for Tony Attridge to finish up in 3rd, podium for him, and 10th place finish for the point leader, Bo Cubis. Actually,
well,
Bo's down
unfortunately,
in
Bo's
11th.
Bo's gonna be, you know, there's still 5 laps to go, so that Bo could potentially be down in 18th position.
Man, that's it. That's unbelievable. If he stays, if his day is done.
Back on the track, Chad Chastain, over 13.5 seconds now over Martin Carroll. Chad still running some great laps at 2:08.6 for his last one. Marty Carroll now almost 5 seconds over Tony Attridge. Tony 7 seconds over Mike Fulcher. Mike Fulcher a half second over Curtis Chipway. That's where the battle is right now. Mike Fulcher and Curtis Chipway having a great battle for that 4th position.
Man, unbelievable. Curtis Chipaway, just like last race here, Kane, he stayed in a battle the whole race, and he did it again this time, as this time he's in a battle for 4th place with Michael Fulcher. Literally, last season he went in a down-to-the-wire battle with Chad Chastain all the way to the final lap, and ended up finishing 2nd there as Chad succeeded 2nd to him after their contact. But he's been in a battle all race long around this 4th and 5th place positions. And right now, he is in 5th place, and he'd love to get up there and pass Fulcher for 4th.
We got a heck of a battle back in 11th and 12th. Greg Sharp and Mark Anderson now. Mark, a lap down after his pit stop, has found himself in a great battle with Greg Sharp. So Greg Sharp, another driver that's been involved in some great battles tonight. Check back up on that Curtis Chipway battle, as that is the battle for 4th place. Whew. Boy, Curtis has hit that wall so many times. Oh, these guys are just flying. 184 mile an hour at the end of the Conrad Straight there for Curtis Chipway. That's just unbelievable.
All right. Man, Chad Chastain, this guy just looks unbelievable. Out front, still down in the 208s, Kane. I mean, it's an unbelievable day for him.
We've just hit 3 laps to go. Marlon McMullen's caught up to Curtis Chipway and Mike Fulcher, and we're going to have a 3-way battle for the 4th spot.
Oh, it's going to be fun all the way down to the wire. And Michael Fulcher has all eyes on him to see if he can maintain 4th place in the Kamikaze race machine. And right now he looks okay, but he will be coming up on some lap traffic pretty soon as he comes up on the number 10 car of Bruce Joy shortly. So that could be a big part in this 3-car battle. And that's going to make it really interesting as Michael Fulcher tries to hold on to 4th place.
I tell you what, there's some of these turns that Curtis has got some serious pace through. He he gained from like 3 car lengths back right up to the bumper as they made the turn coming up onto the mountain.
Yeah, he's got his strong points on this lap, and it definitely shows. And it makes you wonder if he could tighten up some of the other corners, just how fast he could be here.
Whew.
All right, they are up to the lap traffic. Let's see. It's a great spot, actually, for these guys to make the pass. And we already see Fulcher making his move. Now Curtis Chipaway. Marlon McMullen got stuck behind him a little bit, so that's going to separate Marlon McMullen from this 2-car pack. Was 3 cars with him. And we'll see. I'm sure he has time to catch up. They're on 29, about to start lap number 30, so things starting to tighten up here. They've got to go. It's go time at the mountain, baby. All right, coming around Murray's corner here and starting lap 30. The next time by, the white flag will be out.
You know, I think Curtis has pace over Fulch, but I think Curtis is just being a good, clean driver. He's not going to stick it in there where he's not sure he can get around. He's not going to cause an incident. He's not going to pass him unless he knows he can get it done clean.
I think you're absolutely right.
That's very admirable.
It's a great battle, too. It's not like he's way off from Michael Fulcher. He is right there with him. And let's see what happens as they make their way up the mountain.
They have pulled away from Marlon just a touch, as Marlon's now a full second back.
Yeah, that lap traffic really hurt Marlon there, as both Michael Fulcher and Curtis Chipaway made their way around lap traffic. Oh, in the wall! Trouble for Michael Fulcher. He's going to lose the spot instantly to Curtis Chipaway. Now in trouble. May fall to Marlon McMullen as well. Tough break for Marlon McMullen. Now Curtis Chipaway taps the wall. They're going to go side by side, and now he'll lose his spot to Marlon McMullen. So craziness here at Bathurst on the lap 30 and 31. Are you kidding?
Yeah, he hit the wall kind of the same place that we've seen with Bo, and he might have that same kind of damage.
Oh, let's hope not for his sake, because he has had a remarkable race going.
Another driver that's had some issues, Sanjin Dalalik, finds himself in the pits now for repairs.
Oh, tough break for Sanjin. He was all the way up in 8th place, Kane, and had a great day going.
Yeah, Fulch definitely off pace. That's a tough break for Michael Fulcher, as he has had one heck of a race tonight.
Well, guys, the white flag is out, and not only that, Chad Chastain making his way through Mountain Straight, now starting his way up the mountain for the final time today. What can be said about Chad Chastain today? I mean, everything. This guy has just had a remarkable performance today. Everything going his way. Over 15 seconds between him and second place driver Marty Carroll. Marty's got his own lead. Then it goes to Tony Autrich, who's safe right there in 3rd. Then we see Curtis Chipaway and Marlon McMullen with a race for 4th. And this could go down to the wire, guys, as these two are making their way around. I'm trying to keep my eye on them and the leader to see where Chad is. Chad now making his way down through the dipper at this current moment, heading to Forest Elbow, and he is on his way to a victory at Bathurst here in the Americas Series. I think he'd take this win. Here he is for the final time, guys, coming down Conrad Straight now under the Jim Beam flyer and on his way to a victory, barring nothing catastrophic happens. This is all Chad, and he actually got 2 tires off the road there, but I think he is okie doke as he comes around the final turns here at Mount Panorama, and it's all going to come down for the Sim Pit Ford Falcon And the final turn around Murray's Corner, your winner at Bathurst here in Season 3 2014, Chad Chastain wins Bathurst.
Side by side, coming down Conrad Straight. Curtis Tipway, Marlon McMullen. Marlon pulls to the head.
Marlon with a great pass there. Oh my goodness, he'll move up into 4th place, and this is going to come down to the final turn. As we see, can we get a rail? We got a car spinning out. It's actually Sanjin Delilac. That's going to slow up traffic. Marlon McMullen gets a bump, and that helps him turn, and he'll finish right ahead. What a finish here at Bathurst. Kane, can you believe that?
Whew.
Bruce Joy coming across in 13th place, and we'll do a final rundown after we catch our breath from that one. Goodness gracious, what a race. All right, it finished like this, guys. Chad Chastain out in the victory a while ago. He finished about a week ago, and Martin Carroll will come across in 2nd place. What a day for SDC Motorsports. Tony Ottridge will come across in 3rd for the final podium. Curtis Chipaway takes 4th place, and Marlon McMullen is going to finish in 5th. Michael Cracknell, 6th place. Michael Fulcher, 7th place. Richard Elward will finish in the 8th slot with Graham Filand. How about him finishing not only in 9th, but on the lead lap? Good day for Bones. Mark Anderson will take 10th place. Greg Sharp will come across in 11th. Sanjin Delilac scored in 12th with Bruce Joy in 13th. Aaron Hamilton in the 14th spot with Chris Coxhead in 15th. Guys, Bo Kibis finally finished in 16th place, a DNF for him, and a bad, unfortunate day for him. Had a great race going. It just did not end the way he had planned. Nigel Baines, same story, down in 17th. Great car, great driver, just bad circumstances for Nigel Baines. Same can be said for Sam Collins in 18th and Michael Tater rounding out our 19-car field, buddy. That is what Bathurst is all about, guys. I hope you have enjoyed the race as much as us. Woo! Man, that was awesome.
Curtis Chipaway, the final car on the track, just making his way back around to get it parked.
Man, what a race.
Or not.
That's right, or not. Oh, you got
Decided he didn't want to go to the pits.
Yeah, it happens. Oh, you gotta love it. What a day. Chad Chastain winning the race. Just a fantastic. Another chapter in the book. My good buddy Chris Hogan said down there. All right, let's kind of recap the day. We just told you the finishing order. Kane, do you have any stories here for split number 2?
I don't, as that
cool.
race is finished, and so I don't see a scoreboard on the screen there. But I can bring it up here since the race is finished. Let's check on the finishing results of split number 2. There was 3 splits today.
Man, how about that?
The second split, we had Jason Dickinson winning the race, Dennis Guterick in 2nd, Martin Creamers in 3rd, Justin Kirby in 4th, Brenton O'Brien 5th, Phil Jones in 6th, John Misfit in 7th, Ryan Shelton finished his night out in 8th. Checked in on him a couple times tonight, rather, sorry. Adam Harden in 9th, Martin Weir in 10th, Rory Wyndham finished out in 11th, Jay Kennedy finished out in 12th, Mike Budsey in 13th, Katie Rose Torrento in 14th, Dale Niche 15th, Matt Yeomans in 16th, Jason Quire in 17th, Dylan Carroll in 18th, and Jason Scandalera had a bad night tonight, finished out in 19th.
Man, how about that? Kane, I just getting ready to bring in a good
Let me
buddy of
go through
ours.
split 3 real
Oh,
quick.
yeah, go right ahead.
Split 3, the winner, Jonathan Bakeoff, won the race with Tony Lynch in second. Dale Green finished out in third. Clint Griffiths in fourth. Michael Jeffries fifth. Robert Elliott in sixth. Bob Hackle Sr. in seventh. Carol Stratton in eighth. Rick Bardell in ninth. Dean Flavel, or Flavel, I guess would how it be said. Dean Flavel in 10th with Greg Von Hert. Alright, this one's going to be good. Greg Von Herod Park. Alright, that's
There you go.
Parker. Okay, I put my mouse on there and highlight the whole name. Greg Van Herod Parker. Peter Simmons in 12th. Ted Hugh in 13th. Abby Becker in 14th. Timothy Riley in 15th. Robert Casey in 16th. John Payne finished out in 17th. Matt Lacrosse 18th. And Tony Diamond Tinney in 19th.
Fan-freaking-tastic, man. Love having 3 splits. I hope it is something we see much more often with the new car. But since I got him here, we don't get to talk to him very much. I'm bringing in our good friend, Jay Kennedy, for a quick word on his race there in the second split. Jay, welcome to the Get Dirty MX post-race show. How are you, my friend?
Hey boys, good to have me along, I guess. It's a bit weird to be here, especially as a racer.
Tell us a little bit about what it was like in the car and just kind of how the race went for you. A very, very good finish, one to be proud of, and definitely something to push forward with. And I've heard that it's you're really looking forward to working on your driving skills and progressing as a driver. Tell us a little bit about it.
I've decided I'm going to be stepping aside from all things Rayouts Online post the end of this Premier Series, so a little bit sad that I won't be involved in the background, but I know that you guys will do a fantastic job without me, so going to concentrate on doing some racing and having a bit of fun and not worrying about everything else going on in the background.
Well, we appreciate everything that you've done for us here at V8's Online, and we know that no matter what you say or anything, you'll always be a part of it. So, but we wish you the very, very best on your racing journey, and we'll be looking for you, especially in the V8.
Yeah, thanks guys, and I might actually be able to do a few more of these races.
Oh, that right there makes me happy, man. We look forward to it. And tell you what, let's bring in the winner. Hang tight with us, Jay. We're going to talk
No
to.
worries.
We're going to bring in next the winner of the top split tonight in the Americas Series. Let's bring him in. None other than SDC Motorsports driver Chad Chastain. Chad, welcome to the Get Dirty MX Post Race Show. How are you?
I'm doing pretty darn good, JD. How you doing?
Oh man, fantastic! How about it? An American winning Bathurst in the Americas Series. You're making me proud, Chad.
I'm glad, man. It's been a long time coming, and it felt great. It went right according to plan. I couldn't have scripted that any better. It was
Well,
awesome.
I tell you what, Chad, we just look at the season so far and we just take a little peek, and it started out with a win at the beginning of the season, and it looked like everything was going to go your way, and then it didn't quite go that way, did it, bud? We had some very bad luck. 2 races on the top of my head that I can think of where just immediate carnage happened and took you out of the race. Then we even go to last week where you led the entire race, and then just to fall out of the win on the last lap and get a little bit of a revenge today, I would say, and completely dominated the 19 car field. Fantastic job.
Thanks. Yeah, it's all the hard work that the team's doing. SDC and the Kamikaze Race Team. We put in a lot of time to get these cars to where they are, and I just want to thank everybody on the team that's been a part of this, because it's been a rocket ship. I haven't showed it the last few weeks, but finally broke through, got over that string, and it feels great.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, you boys have been extremely fast as of late, and it really showed that you dominated the race today.
Yep. The cars are really strong, and it was great to see a 1-2 there. It felt great to put the Sim Pit Falcons right there on the 2 top steps of the podium.
Speaking of a 1-2 finish, let's bring in your teammate there at SDC Motorsports at just a remarkable race. Marty Carroll, welcome to the Get Dirty MX post-race show. How you feeling now after that one?
Oh, I'm ecstatic. It felt like I won the race. It was Mount Chastain today. No one was going to catch him. But yeah, awesome to have both SDC Motorsport cars up on the front row for simpet.com, V8 Supercars New Zealand, Superfans New Zealand, sorry. And it was nice to get some nice reward for all the hard work that all the guys at SDC Motorsports and in the Alliance Racing Group have been putting in lately, and it's coming to the fore.
Man, fantastic. You got me with that. Carnival candy. I kept calling it dino jerky, man, because it's got the dinosaur on it and the beef jaw, man, and just dino jerky. But yeah, carnival candy. Cool stuff on the hood of the winning car there. But SDC, you guys looked extremely well out there today, Marty. And we've talked about it throughout the season about you really starting to come into your element again. And don't want to say it, but yeah, going back to the Marty of old, man. You're getting your feeling back. And to be honest, you didn't win the race, but I understand how it felt like a win because you were ahead of the rest of the pack. And whereas Chad was kind of like an alien today and ran away with it, the rest of the race was between you and the other guys. And I tell you what, man, the way you run was exactly what you want to see. That's got to bring the confidence where it needs to be for you. I'm very proud of things that are coming your way, Marty.
Yeah, cheers, Chad. Appreciate that, and glad you're noticing. It's now a lot of the team stuff has settled down and it's self-sufficient now, and I can concentrate on my driving, and spend more time with the guys R&Ding, and it's proving each and every week. I'm coming out, like you say, with that confidence and backing myself to be able to come and run with these front guys, and it's good to build a rocket ship and then put someone with that Chad's caliper behind the wheel and just let him go for it. It's amazing to watch.
Absolutely, buddy. And man, just best of luck on the latter half of the season, and exciting things coming your way, and for the team as well. They look very well today.
Yeah, cheers. And just quickly, if I can quick shout out to my beautiful young niece, Georgie. Love you, and I'll see you at home soon.
Absolutely, buddy. And let's bring in the two-time defending champ for a word. Let's bring Marlon McMullen in, as Marlon had a good run today as well. Marlon, welcome to the Get Dirty MX post-race show. How are you feeling after that performance there at the Bathurst?
Yeah, not too bad. Just a little bit marred by the end result, but these things happen.
Well, if you look at it in the big picture today, I thought you had a really good run. We saw some big things and some not so big things. And but all in all, one thing I really liked about the race today is you never gave up. You kept pushing forward. And the end result, I know you wished it was a little better, but when you look at the race as a whole, the scoreboard doesn't do you any justice as to what we saw on camera. Great driving out there on the track. And if you keep driving like you did today, the results will come. So just keep your head up. And I still, when you look at the big picture, you're still on the top half of the top quarter of all racers in the Americas. So big stuff for you, man. Good day.
Yeah, thanks for that. I mean, I had a good race, obviously, bar the anything. I'm a little bit frustrated by that, but these things happen. I think because I got a slow down at the end, I had to let Curtis go. I mean, I wanted to be the lead car in our little team battle, but these things happen. But anyway, I didn't have the. I got into the 206s in qualifying, which I was pretty proud about, and it set me up pretty good in the race, and just slowly picked away at the start. But unfortunately, as soon as I got by, I think it was Anderson or Fulch, I can't remember. I hit the wall, and yeah, from there on the lap 3, if a damaged car, didn't do me much justice in the first stint. So yeah, regardless of that, went on, pushed on, and made a pretty late pit stop, which didn't turn out to be the right call. And so I used the fresh tyres to its maximum potential, and slowly picked them off, and had an awesome battle with Anderson. Probably one of the most wildest passes I've ever done in my career. It was pretty awesome. But other than that, slowly came towards near the end and slowly caught up to Curtis. And I don't know what happened to Michael, who just hit the wall, same as Nigel. And pretty good race regardless, you know what I mean? So pretty proud of it.
Absolutely, man. Started 7th on the grid today, finished 5th. A top 5 at a track like this, you got to be it's a positive note. No matter what, it's still a positive note, and we wish you the best on the rest of the season.
That was an awesome pass.
Oh, that was one of the passes of the year that we saw you do. That was absolutely fantastic.
I like the one in Vulture too up at Skyline. It was pretty scary, but
It was absolutely incredible. Let's talk real quick to a driver that's been the point leader through the majority of this season, and I'm not sure how the points are as we stand, but the day he had a fantastic run. Let's bring out Bo Kibis. Bo, how are you, my friend?
Yeah, good. How are you guys?
Man, doing great. Watching a really good race. I know that was so unfortunate. You had such a great run going, a good car out there on the track. Tell us a little bit about what happened there with the incident and kind of how the car, just kind of how the car was when it made contact with the wall.
You mean early race or late race contact? I hit the wall in lap one, which that
Oh
sealed the deal
no,
for me.
late race, the one that ultimately
Uh, yeah, I slapped the wall in a big way. She was going nowhere. I had checked the setup afterwards. I had 30 mil tow in, so yeah, it
oh
was like a shopping trolley.
yeah, that's what we thought had happened. Because when the angle that we saw it, it didn't look like it was going to be a race-ending hit. But then when Kane saw where the car hit, he said, "I bet it got the toe real bad on it," and it did. That's what happened. And hate to see that because you had such a great run going up there up front all day.
Yes, the contact on lap one actually got the car airborne, and I had a little bit of a NASCAR setup going. I had positive camber on the front left wheel, so I suffered big time. I couldn't hang with Chad, no way in the world. And it was on for young and old between me and Marty. Um, and eventually, yeah, he got the better of me. But yeah, I must say, congrats to Chad and Marty. They've done really well today. They've obviously had good setups and that. And also a big congrats to Jason for winning the second split, my teammate.
Yeah, fantastic result from him today, and Kane kept us posted on the second split throughout, and it's good to hear him in finish in first there in the second split. We had 3 splits tonight, packed full of drivers, and that's what we love to see.
Yeah, very good.
But anyways, Bo, can just keep your head up, and I know next week you'll be back out there battling for another win, buddy. You got a championship to worry about.
That's it. There's no use getting beat up about it. It's all good fun. It was good fun while it lasted, anyway.
Absolutely. That's what I love to hear, buddy. Best of luck next week to you. I know you'll be back out there battling for a win.
Thanks, mate.
All right, let's bring in Curtis Chipaway, a driver who seems to just always find the biggest and baddest battle on the track, and he finds himself in it every time we come to Bathurst. Curtis, welcome to the Get 30 MX Post Race Show. How you feeling, man?
Feeling better than I was during the race, that's for sure.
Well, just before we got started on the race tonight, I went back and did a little review session on our race last season here and watched you and Chad literally battle it out for second place all the way to the final lap where the contact was made. And it was just an unbelievable battle between you two. And then we come this year, and I'm almost expecting you to find yourself battling for position with somebody. And that's exactly what happened. And you did not disappoint, sir. Just kept battles going by far more than any other car on the track. You just constantly stayed with another driver, and the pressure that you had on you or were putting on somebody for 31 laps was intense, and it sure made the show, man. Fantastic driving.
Yeah, the car felt great, and it was a lot of fun battling with everybody, especially that stint before my excellent pit stop. That was a lot of fun. There was like a 4-car tango with us there.
Yeah, there's 4 cars battling for position, and man, that was really fun to watch. It was definitely when you go back and watch the broadcast, you'll see that you got a lot of coverage tonight.
Yeah, I was definitely hoping for a better result. I had a great result, but I was hoping to be able to battle in the second stint. But my pit stop kind of prevented that, and I just I barely managed to get fourth. It was close
Well,
at the end with Michael Fulcher there.
you to lead a lap out there today, the only other driver other than our winner to do that, so that wasn't too bad.
That was great when I realized that Chad had pit at the same time. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna lead a lap. It's great because I was no way in hell I was gonna lead it normally.
That's all right, man. Get them how we can. That's right. A fantastic job out there, buddy. Just keep up the positiveness, and I know that things are going to be rolling your way. We still got the rest of the season to worry about, and it was fun watching you, man. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, I had a great time tonight.
Let's bring in another driver who had a great race tonight for the majority of the race. Let's bring in one of the KRT boys, Mr. Michael Fulcher. Mike, welcome to the Get Dirty MX Post Race Show. It's good to see you.
Yeah, g'day JD. Thanks, mate. Okay.
Man, how is everything going for you? Started in 9th place tonight and finished in 8th, but that's not the story of the race really for you. We saw you kind of moving up, and you had a run going, worked your way as far up to 4th place, I believe, at one point. And I mean, just an unbelievable day for you out there on a very tough track. Tell us a little bit about how it went for you.
Well, I say anything can happen on the mountains, and there's the proof right there. So I must admit, I'm pretty disappointed. I thought it was, a pretty good drive coming from 9th to 4th, and there's a fair bit of action along the way. Coming across Bow, doing about 50 k's an hour up the straight was unexpected. Another casualty of the mountain. Yeah, and Curtis had a lot of pressure on me, which is probably got a lot to do with why I ended up putting it in the wall. I was really starting to crumble a little bit under the pressure, and the car was very taily for the last couple of laps. Frantically trying to adjust the bars in the right places on the track, and yeah, a little bit disappointed. I could have had a 4th place finish there, but that's the mountain for you.
Absolutely, man. Well, I tell you what, a good race all in all. Things happen like that. And unfortunately, when they happen to you, it always, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it always seems worse when it happens to you. But when you look at the way you drove today, I thought you had a very good race. I really did. I thought you drove very well today, and you showed that you could work your way up through a field in a track that's extremely difficult. To me, it's the most difficult track we go to, and you looked very, very good today. Very competitive. Just unfortunate the way things happen.
Yeah, it is. I think I'll get back to it and try and get a better qualifying time so I can start a little bit further up. But I was running with Ando and Nigel there for a while, and I had no more pace than them. It was just a couple of little mistakes. I think Nigel got up the inside of Ando, and that sort of opened the door, and I pounced through on the teammate while I had the chance. And Nigel had great pace as well. He just made a little bit of a mistake and let me. I got the other 2 positions by an undercut. So he thinks things were definitely going in the right direction. So yeah, it's just back to the grind and try and get some decent points throughout the week. But I hope it was entertaining because there's definitely quite a bit of action going on.
Oh yeah, it was definitely entertaining. Yeah, it was definitely a great race, and we enjoyed the heck out of it, buddy. Best of luck to you next week. I know you'll be right back in the thick of it.
Yeah, thanks, mate, and big congratulations to the SDC boys dominating today. It's always good to see. Great drive by the SDC crew. Well done.
Yeah, fantastic job by them. They really looked good. Another driver looked fantastic today. Let's bring him in now. Is our good buddy Bones, or as official name, Graham Filing. Bones, welcome to the Get Dirty MX Post Race Show, man. What a
G'day,
great
JD, Kane.
What a great run out there, my man.
Oh, it was a bit of a lonely run at times, but like I was saying backstage there, you mightn't have someone to battle, but it's a constant battle with those walls, even if you are by yourself.
Bones, tell me this though, you start today in 16th on the grid, literally in the back of the pack. I mean, you only had 2 drivers behind you. Okay, maybe, yeah, 3 drivers behind you. Okay, but still, you work your way all the way up to a top 10 finish. Not only that, you finished 9th, man. Fantastic run. And you finish on the lead lap. Great run out there today. And like I said, it may have been a lonely run, but it was one that really looks well, and great performance out there.
Oh yeah, most of the passing was done past the pits. So.
Hey, but still, it's not just a few little things. It's 31 laps. each lap right at 4 miles. It takes a lot to get up to that point. So don't cut yourself short on that one, man.
Yeah, I got me off track early. Second lap I went off, and luckily it was the soft part of concrete, the sand, so no damage. So then it was no more mistakes and just get home.
Kind of get in the zone and just drive your race, and look what happens, man. I swear, you just keep getting better and better. I don't know what we're gonna do, man.
It's just stay on track in this one. It was there wasn't many passes. It was all a bit of bad luck to others, and unfortunately, it was two of my teammates ended up back down there too. I'll
Yeah,
take your points.
yeah, man, great points. We had some good driving all over the track, not just at the front and not even in the middle. In the back, we had some great driving. They played with Sharp and Kane helped me out. It was Greg Sharp. We saw have a killer battle with Bruce Joy, I believe it was. Those two were. Man, those guys, they were both a lap down. The battle was for 13th or 12th, and those guys didn't care, man. They were going at it like it was for the lead. Just fantastic racing all through up and down the field. I truly enjoyed it, and man, it was unbelievable.
Have to go and watch that. Glad you caught it.
Oh yeah, man, and I already gave you a big shout out there on the beginning of the show there for that awesome interview that you put on there. For the drivers here, make sure you go check out the newest episode of Short Shift where the Bones had a fantastic interview with the boys. Jay and Sam, man, gave them an awesome interview, and just a great interview, man.
Yeah, big shout out to Jay and Sam in on that. They're so professional. They just pulled the cameras out and that's it. There's no scripting. They knew what they wanted to talk about, and they put on a good show.
Yeah, man, they're like a Walmart radio. They don't play.
Comfortable, yeah.
That's good. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Well, man, we got everybody here. Oh, wait, who's that up there? Maybe want to interview Jason up there. Let's bring Jason.
Won the second split.
Let's bring Jason down in here and have a word with him. Jason, welcome to the Get Dirty MX post race show. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to be see you and talk to you again.
Absolutely. I hear you might have won the race there in second split. How'd it go?
That was probably the most intense, epic battle I've had, and probably all the different sims I've ever driven over 20 years, sort of thing.
That is what it's all about. That is what it's all about. And now I am upset that I'm not going to be able to see it. Hopefully somebody recorded it, did something.
I saved the I've got my replay of it. I can send you.
I would love to check that out.
Yeah, pretty much. I got probably the best jump off the start I've ever had. Got a second lead, and I don't think I had a bigger lead than that the whole race. It was me and Dennis. The whole race was just battling for the lead the whole time.
Unbelievable. And I mean that's so difficult at Bathurst. I mean, for 31 laps. That's incredible. And then on top of it, when you're in a battle like that's that intense, for you to be the one that comes out victorious, that's gotta feel great.
Oh, it does. It was made even harder every time Dennis got within sort of 0.2 of a second of me, he would start flashing and I couldn't see him. So I had to guess where he was under brakes and defend accordingly to just pretty much guesses.
Wow. That somebody that's never been in sim racing or ever had that happen doesn't know how difficult that is. And it's a guessing game. You're absolutely right. I mean, for you just to be able to perform like that, man, that is unbelievably awesome.
Thanks, JD. And I'd just like to thank all my teammates for helping me with the setup this week. They've been a great help.
Man, fantastic, buddy. Well, we sure do appreciate you stopping by. And man, congrats on the win. That's fantastic. I know if you keep doing that, you'll be up here in the first split probably next week. Maybe the week after. It sounds
Hopefully
like
next week.
Yeah, man. Hopefully so. Hopefully see you up here in the top split. And I know it's not far away at all for you, buddy. You deserve it, man. And the way you keep winning these races. But guys, I think it's no secret there. If you checked out the Facebook page of the America's Facebook page, you saw the render that they put up there of the new Holden Commodore. What are your thoughts and ideas on it real quick? I know Kane's probably got to run, so we're going to cut it kind of short today, but we'll just have a quick discussion on that render.
Simply stunning.
I was speechless.
Gorgeous.
The wheels are colored.
Typical iRacing render where you can't really tell any details.
And there's Jim Davey, everybody. Welcome, Jim.
Hi.
Oh man, I tell you my thoughts on it. I'm a Ford guy, as everybody knows, but that looks absolutely beautiful. I really think it looks great, and from what I understand, I did a little reading through some forums, and it looks like everything will be paintable on.
Yeah, that's the thing that the picture really shows is that you're going to be able to customize your wheels and your light covers and things like that. So I thought that the render that they posted really showed a lot about the car that we're going to get.
Pink
Only
rims,
thing
here
that
we
really,
come.
the only thing that really missing is the names on the window, on the side windows.
And that may come. When we go back and look at the original render of the Gen 6 car, I can't remember if they put anything on the render, on the windshield.
There was nothing on that. You had to add that in yourself for the first few builds, and then they added that in itself. So that'll
Right.
hopefully come in the car.
That's what I was about to say. Thanks, Jay. I am hoping that that is so, because how great would that be for us to have our names automatically put on the window, just as it is for the Gen 6 car. And you got to think if they can do it for the Gen 6 car, surely they could do it for a car that they're about to or haven't even released yet. So I would almost guarantee that's going to be there. Like Jay said, it may be a build or two, but it'll be there.
I think it's something they'll get to, and I'm hoping that they'll be able to do it like in real life where it lists both drivers in multi-driver events.
Oh, that'll be so cool.
That's a stretch, I know, because it probably reads who's in the car, but that would be fantastic if it did.
That would be unbelievably cool, man. Obviously we all know we're looking on. Can we say days now? Can we say days? Is that close? No, not yet. We are days.
Why not?
Why not? We're days. We're days away from driver swaps, guys. I mean, and I wanted to bring it up during the broadcast. I was like, what if we would do? I just can't wait. Why can't we go to Bathurst and just run drive? Let's do it, man. We're only days away. I just can't wait to try it out, see what it's like, not only from a driver's point of view, but from a broadcasting point of view. That's going to be so amazing, and the possibilities are endless on what we can accomplish and what we can do with that, from if you're in the private leagues to even eventually in an official series. I'm sure they'll have some sort of events for us to do that with. I don't know how they're going to implement it or anything. It's going to be very interesting to see, but we are very close, boys, to driver swaps. So that's very exciting. Now, one of the big things that I did notice and in the forums is it looks like as we are going to get the Holden, we may only get the Holden for at least a build or so. And so I saw some guys have some upset comments about it. A lot of them saying it was a marketing scheme, and that may be so, but if they are going to redo the Ford, I'd rather them redo it right and not rush the product and get it out. So that's why I'm assuming that they're not going to release it right away. So I don't have a problem with them releasing just the Holden, because most people are going to buy both cars anyways. If you're a V8 fan, you're going to buy both of them. I mean, I would anyways. And so why not? I mean, they're going to come out months and months apart, and surely we can scrape up the money to buy both of them. I own all the content anyways, so I feel like I kind of have to own them all. What's your thoughts on it? Go ahead, Jason.
Maybe they're going to surprise us and release the FGX when that comes out.
Now, that would definitely be a surprise, and that would be a great surprise. And that would be amazing. I don't know the possibility or the chances of that happening are, but that would be amazing. One thing it looks like is we will not get Monza on this build. They have come out and said that the is a little bit more to it than they first thought, and so it's taking a little bit longer. They compared it to being as difficult of a task as Suzuka was. Now, I wasn't around in iRacing when they were building Suzuka, so I don't know the difficulties that they had or the time length, but that's what they compared it to. So we can probably expect it in the build after this one. And looks like the oval guys will be getting a new oval. I'm assuming it's a short track. It's called Gateway Oval. Never heard of it personally, and I watch a lot of oval racing, so I have to check that out and find out a little bit. Oh, well, we got to wrap it up, boys. That's all for tonight, and but we got much to talk about as the season continues. Want to thank everybody for stopping by, and to the great viewers out there, thank you so much for stopping by each and every week. We love you guys to death. Make sure you subscribe to V8s Online, like the videos. It helps get the videos out to everybody else. And to all our drivers, thanks for all your great words after the race. Fantastic racing out there. Congratulations to Chad Chastain and Jason Dixon for their wins tonight. Big performances, both drivers. And you guys have a great night. We're going to be coming to you next week. Same time, same place. Y'all have a great night. We'll be back next week.
Muggleton just has to cross over this crest. He will cross the line and will win the championship.